The Austin Police Department as they raided illicit Chinese massage parlors, part of a massive operation targeting human traffickers and organized crime networks. It was just one of many human trafficking stings.
3:47 a.m. San Gabriel Valley, California. The darkness is thick and suffocating. Neon signs flicker outside massage parlors lining the commercial strip. Pink, green, red. Behind those signs, women are trapped. Across the parking lot, 73 federal agents from the FBI and Homeland Security investigations prepare to breach. Night vision activated, tactical vests secured, weapons loaded. This is Operation Golden Dragon. What they are about to uncover will expose a billion-dollar trafficking empire stretching from the streets of Los Angeles to the financial towers of Hong Kong. This isn't just prostitution. This is industrialized slavery hidden in plain sight. If you want to see how deep this criminal network goes, hit like right now so this investigation reaches more Americans. The FBI has been watching these massage parlors for 11 months. Surveillance teams documented a pattern that sent chills through the investigation command center. Women arrived at LAX airport every 2 weeks. Chinese nationals, ages 19 to 34. They carried small suitcases and terrified expressions. They were met by handlers, driven to apartments, and forced into massage parlors within 48 hours. No freedom, no escape, no hope. The operation spans 14 states: California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois, Washington, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania. Over 200 locations, all connected to the same criminal network. The numbers are staggering. Federal analysts estimate the syndicate generates $1.8 billion annually through forced labor and sex trafficking. This wasn't a business. This was a machine. And the FBI was about to dismantle it piece by piece. Comment justice below if you believe traffickers deserve life sentences. The investigation began 14 months ago in Houston, Texas. A young woman walked into a police station at 2 a.m. She was barefoot, bruised, terrified. Her name was Li Mei. She had been trafficked from Fujian Province, China, promised legitimate work as a massage therapist. The reality was horror. She was forced to work 18-hour shifts, 7 days a week, sleeping on the massage table where clients assaulted her daily. She owed $65,000, a debt she could never repay. But Li Mei was brave. She memorized names, addresses, phone numbers. She kept mental notes of everything she saw. And when she finally escaped through a bathroom window, she brought the FBI a roadmap to the entire network. What followed was the largest human trafficking investigation in U.S. history. The FBI assembled a task force, special agents from human trafficking units, financial crimes analysts, immigration enforcement officers. They called it the Golden Dragon Task Force. Their mission was clear: destroy the syndicate, rescue every victim, seize every dollar. The deeper they dug, the more horrifying the operation became. Agents discovered the network used a rotation system. Women were moved between cities every 60 to 90 days. Houston to Dallas, Los Angeles to San Francisco, New York to Boston. The constant movement prevented them from learning English, from building relationships, from seeking help. They were kept in a state of permanent confusion and fear. This was psychological warfare designed to break their spirits completely. If this shocks you, share this video so more people understand what's happening in their communities. The financial investigation revealed a sophisticated money laundering operation. Profits were split into thousands of microtransactions, amounts under $10,000 to avoid federal reporting requirements. The technique is called structuring, and it's illegal, but the syndicate had perfected it. Every dollar earned at a massage parlor in Atlanta was digitally recorded. Encrypted ledgers were transmitted to coordinators in China every 6 hours. The money flowed through shell companies with innocent-sounding names: Pacific Wellness Group, Golden Lotus Holdings, Eastern Health Management. Over 340 shell companies were identified across the United States. Each one was registered using fake addresses and stolen identities. The true owners were overseas crime bosses who would never set foot on American soil. The FBI tracked wire transfers to Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China, amounts ranging from $50,000 to $3.2 million per transaction. The total seized during the investigation would eventually exceed $1.4 billion. But money wasn't the only thing being moved. Documents recovered from a New York apartment revealed something even more disturbing. The syndicate was trafficking children. Girls as young as 14 were being smuggled into the United States, forced into the same horrific conditions as the adult women. The FBI found evidence of at least 23 minors trafficked through the network in the last 2 years. This wasn't just a crime. This was an atrocity. Type stop if you believe this evil must be destroyed. The tactical planning for the raids took 3 months. Every location was surveilled. Every handler was identified. Every escape route was blocked. The FBI coordinated with local police departments in 14 states. SWAT teams were briefed. Victim services were prepared. Translators were standing by. The operation required military-level precision. At 3 a.m. on the morning of the raids, over 400 federal agents were positioned outside massage parlors across the country, waiting for the go order. In Los Angeles, the primary target was a 3-story building in San Gabriel Valley. Intelligence reports indicated it was the West Coast Command Center for the entire operation. Inside, agents expected to find victims, cash, and documents linking the parlor to the overseas bosses. What they found was far worse. The building had been modified. False walls, hidden rooms, underground tunnels connecting to adjacent businesses. This wasn't just a massage parlor. It was a fortress designed to hide evidence and move victims during raids. The syndicate had prepared for this moment, but so had the FBI. At 3:47 a.m., the order was given. Breach, breach, breach. Battering rams smashed through reinforced doors. Flashbangs exploded. Agents poured into the building with weapons drawn. The sound was deafening. Women screamed. Handlers tried to flee. Cash and documents were scattered across floors. But the FBI moved with surgical precision. Within 4 minutes, the building was secure. 17 women were found hiding in back rooms. 6 handlers were on the ground in handcuffs. And in a locked office on the 3rd floor, agents discovered the nerve center, 3 computers, encrypted hard drives, ledgers documenting every transaction for the past 3 years. This was the evidence that would bring the entire syndicate to its knees. If you want to see what happened next, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the shocking conclusion. Across the country, similar scenes were unfolding. In Houston, agents breached a massage parlor disguised as a wellness spa. 12 women were found locked in a basement dormitory. No windows, no ventilation, just thin mattresses on a concrete floor. In New York, a Chinatown parlor was raided simultaneously. The handlers had been tipped off. They tried to destroy evidence by burning documents in a trash can. But the FBI was faster. Agents seized laptops, phones, and financial records before the flames could spread. 9 women were rescued from rooms barely larger than closets. In Dallas, the raid uncovered a nightmare. A 16-year-old girl was found chained to a radiator. She had been trafficked from Guangdong province 6 months earlier. Her captors told her if she tried to escape, her family in China would be killed. She believed them, but now she was free. The total count from the first wave of raids was staggering. 30 massage parlors breached, 97 women rescued, 43 handlers arrested, and the operation was just beginning. Comment rescue if you believe these women deserve justice. The forensic analysis of the seized evidence revealed the true scale of the syndicate. Financial records showed the network had been operating for over 8 years. In that time, they trafficked an estimated 1,200 women into the United States. The profits were astronomical. Bank statements showed monthly revenues exceeding $14 million across all locations. But the money trail led to something even bigger. The syndicate wasn't just trafficking women. They were laundering money for Chinese organized crime groups. The FBI identified connections to the 14K Triad, one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. The massage parlors served a dual purpose: generate profits through forced labor, and clean dirty money from drug trafficking, counterfeiting, and extortion. This was a transnational criminal enterprise operating at the highest level. The investigation expanded. The FBI coordinated with Interpol, Chinese law enforcement, and financial regulators in Hong Kong. Arrest warrants were issued for 18 individuals believed to be the masterminds behind the operation. Most were located in China and Hong Kong. Extradition requests were filed, but the FBI knew many would never face American justice. That's why the domestic arrests mattered so much. Every handler, every facilitator, every person who participated in this horror would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. If you believe justice must be served, hit like now. The victim testimonies were heartbreaking. Li Mei, the woman who first came forward, testified before a federal grand jury. She described the recruitment process, how she was approached in her village in Fujian province by a woman who promised high-paying work in America. She was told she would work as a legitimate massage therapist, make enough money to send home to her family. The reality was a living nightmare. She was flown to Los Angeles, met by handlers at the airport, driven to an apartment with 7 other women. They were told they each owed $65,000 for the travel expenses, visa fees, and placement costs. The debt was a lie, but it was enforced with violence and threats. Li Mei was forced to work 18 hours a day. Clients paid $60 for a massage. She received nothing. When she resisted, she was beaten. When she cried, she was locked in a closet for hours. She witnessed other women being tortured. One tried to escape and was dragged back. Her fingers were broken as punishment. This was slavery, pure and simple. And it was happening in American cities every single day. Type freedom if you believe no one deserves to live like this. The legal strategy was aggressive. Federal prosecutors charged the handlers and facilitators under the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. The law allows for sentences up to life in prison. But the prosecutors went further. They used RICO statutes, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, the same law used to dismantle the Italian mafia. By charging the syndicate as a criminal enterprise, prosecutors could target everyone involved, from the handlers on the ground to the financial facilitators overseas. The evidence was overwhelming. Encrypted messages, financial ledgers, victim testimony. The case was airtight. 30 men and women were indicted in federal court. Charges included human trafficking, sex trafficking of minors, money laundering, and racketeering. The lead defendant was a 52-year-old man named Chen Wei. He operated the Los Angeles hub, controlled the rotation system, and coordinated with the bosses in China. He faced 47 counts. If convicted on all charges, he would spend the rest of his life in prison. And the FBI made sure the evidence left no room for doubt. Share this story so more people understand the fight against human trafficking. The asset seizure was historic. Federal agents froze bank accounts totaling $487 million. Real estate properties were confiscated. The syndicate owned apartment buildings, commercial properties, and luxury homes across California, Texas, and New York. Total value, $623 million. Luxury vehicles were impounded. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, all purchased with the profits of human suffering. Cash was found hidden in walls, floors, and safes. Stacks of $100 bills wrapped in plastic. In one Los Angeles apartment, agents discovered $3.7 million in cash stuffed inside furniture. This wasn't just evidence. It was proof of the scale of the operation. The total value of assets seized exceeded $1.4 billion. Every dollar would be used to compensate the victims, to fund rehabilitation programs, to support the continued fight against trafficking. This was justice in action. Comments seized if you believe criminals should lose everything. The victims faced a long road to recovery. The FBI provided immediate medical care, trauma counseling, legal assistance. Many were granted T visas, a special immigration status for victims of human trafficking. The visa allows them to remain in the United States legally, to work, to rebuild their lives. But the psychological scars run deep. Many of the women had been trafficked for years. They suffered physical abuse, sexual assault, psychological torture. Healing would take time. The FBI partnered with nonprofit organizations specializing in trafficking victim support. Safe houses were provided. Job training programs were established. The goal was to give these women a second chance, to help them reclaim their dignity, their freedom, their lives. This is what justice looks like. If you believe survivors deserve our support, type support below. The prosecutions moved swiftly. Within 6 months, 22 of the 30 indicted defendants pleaded guilty. They faced overwhelming evidence: video surveillance, financial records, victim testimony. Fighting the charges would have been futile. Chen Wei, the lead defendant, went to trial. The prosecution presented a devastating case. Encrypted messages showed him ordering the movement of women between cities. Financial records proved he received millions in profits. Victim after victim testified. They pointed to him in the courtroom. They described his cruelty, his control, his greed. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Guilty on all 47 counts. Chen Wei was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The courtroom erupted in applause. Justice had been served. The other defendants received sentences ranging from 15 to 40 years. Every single person involved in the trafficking operation would spend decades behind bars. This was a message to every trafficker, to every criminal syndicate. America will not tolerate slavery. Hit like if you believe trafficking should result in life sentences. But the fight isn't over. The FBI knows the syndicate had international support. The bosses in China and Hong Kong remain free. Interpol has issued red notices, international arrest warrants for 18 individuals. But extradition is complicated. China rarely extradites its citizens to face American justice. The FBI is pursuing other avenues: financial sanctions, asset freezes, diplomatic pressure. The goal is to make it impossible for these criminals to operate anywhere in the world. And the fight extends beyond this one syndicate. Human trafficking is a global epidemic. The FBI estimates over 50,000 people are trafficked into the United States every year. Many are forced into labor, agriculture, construction, domestic servitude. Others are forced into the sex trade, like the women in Operation Golden Dragon. The victims are invisible, hidden in plain sight. They work in restaurants, hotels, factories, massage parlors. They need our vigilance, our awareness, our action. If you see something, say something. Type AWARE if you're committed to fighting trafficking in your community. The lessons from this operation are clear. Trafficking thrives in silence. In communities that look the other way, the massage parlors raided in Operation Golden Dragon operated for years. Neighbors saw the women, noticed they never left, observed the constant flow of male clients. But few reported it. Fear, indifference, cultural barriers, all contributed to the silence that allowed the syndicate to thrive. Law enforcement can't do this alone. Communities must be engaged, educated, empowered. There are signs to watch for. Women who appear controlled or fearful. Businesses that operate 24 hours with covered windows. High security for seemingly ordinary establishments. These are red flags, and reporting them could save lives. The National Human Trafficking Hotline is available 24/7. The number is 1-888-373-7888. One call can make a difference. One report can lead to a rescue. One voice can end the silence. Share this video so more people know how to recognize and report trafficking. The 97 women rescued in Operation Golden Dragon are rebuilding their lives. Some have returned to China. Others have chosen to stay in the United States. They are learning English, attending school, finding jobs. They are survivors, warriors, heroes. Li Mei, the woman who started it all, is now an advocate. She speaks at schools and community centers. She shares her story to raise awareness. She refuses to be defined by her trauma. She is defined by her courage. And she wants every trafficking victim to know they are not alone. That help is available. That freedom is possible. This is the power of resilience. This is the strength of the human spirit. Comment brave if these women inspire you. The FBI continues to monitor massage parlors across the country. Operation Golden Dragon may be over, but the vigilance continues. New investigations are underway. New syndicates are being identified. New victims are being rescued. The fight against human trafficking is relentless. And so is the FBI. They are investing in training, developing new technologies, partnering with international agencies. The goal is to stay ahead of the traffickers, to anticipate their tactics, to dismantle their networks before they grow. This is a war that will be fought for years to come, but it is a war America is determined to win. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next major trafficking operation. The message to traffickers is simple. You will be found. You will be arrested. You will be prosecuted. There is no hiding, no escaping, no mercy. The federal government has the resources, the expertise, the determination, and the American people have the will. We will not allow slavery to exist in our country. We will not tolerate the exploitation of vulnerable people. We will fight. We will resist. We will win. This is our commitment. This is our promise. If you stand with trafficking survivors, comments stand below. The story of Operation Golden Dragon is a reminder. Evil exists, but so does justice. Traffickers believed they could hide behind neon signs and locked doors. They believed their victims were powerless. They were wrong. 97 women are free. 30 criminals are in prison. $1.4 billion has been seized. This is what happens when law enforcement and communities work together. This is what happens when good people refuse to look away. This is justice. And the fight continues. Hit like if you believe trafficking must be stopped. Comment justice if you support these prosecutions. Subscribe so you're informed about future operations. Share this story so more people join the fight. The neon signs still flicker, but behind them, the women are free. The syndicate is destroyed. The bosses are hunted. The victims are survivors. This is only the beginning.